Justice League, more like justice. Where is the justice? Why can't you get these characters right? Hello everybody, so today I'm reviewing Justice League, directed by Zack Snyder and written by Chris Terrio and Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon has gone from the Marvel universe to the DC universe and has shown that he still can't write character development. Well done, mate. You've done really well. As you can tell right now, I did not enjoy Justice League. I thought it was pretty horrendous. Justice League is one of those friends that says they can do everything. They say that they're really great at everything. They can do everything. And they try and do everything, and they can't do it. That is what Justice League is. That's a really bad way to explain the film, but Justice League is a car crash. It is a mess. There is no structure. There is no character development. That's me. I'm just a mess as well. Justice League doesn't really have anything special to it, and it wasn't really very exciting or fun or great. I'd started a 5:30 AM shift before seeing this. I finished work, went straight to see it, and felt like having a nap while watching it. But I was like, nope, I have to watch this to tell people on the internet how I feel about it. Now, I wasn't a fan of Batman v Superman. I wasn't a fan of Man of Steel. I wasn't a fan of Suicide Squad. I did really enjoy Wonder Woman. But Zack Snyder just can't really do anything with these movies. This feels very messy. The opening, like half an hour, 20 minutes, are very confusing. Not like in a way like, oh, I don't know what's going on. You're just like, are these the deleted scenes they've put together? Because the structure of the scenes go, they try and introduce the characters, but they're just introduced in this really weird way, and there's nothing to it. There's like, you feel like something's missing out. It's very horribly edited, and there's some nice cinematography on parts, but once again we have the ugly colour palette right from the start when Batman is going about Gotham. You look at it and you think, oh, this looks like how Gotham looks in the games, in the new Batman games. But then all of a sudden Batman's fighting. And you're like, I can't see anything because it's so dark. Then the colour palette, I'm messing up completely. The colour palette of the sort of final part of the film is once again, you do not know what the fuck is happening. The whole thing, you can just see that this is in a studio. There's really horrendous CGI. They CGI a corn, like just cornfield. They CGI that. There's cornfields in many places in America. You could have gone to that cornfield and filmed that bit. Instead, you were like, nope, guys, we're going to CGI this. This is what we're going to do. We're going to CGI this because that's going to be really good. Really good. Ezra Miller is the best thing about this as Barry Allen, the Flash. He brings his comedy to it. He is good. He is fun, and he's a standout for me. Ray Fisher as Cyborg, I feel that he's very underdeveloped. There's something more to him. There could have been a lot more to him in this film, but like I said, character development isn't good. Jason Momoa as Aquaman, Arthur Curry, is alright. It's nothing amazing. It's not really Aquaman. Like, you think of Aquaman, you think he can bring all these creatures from the sea, but he's not in the sea for a lot of the film, and you think, it's just, look, he's got his fork, and he's using that fighting. He's got his fork, and he makes some jokes, because that's what this film is all about. They want to have the darkness to it, but at the same time, they also want to be like, hey guys, we've got jokes. We've got jokes because all the other superhero movies have jokes. So we've got to have jokes too. Oh, look, Batman falls on the floor and he then says, yes, I am bleeding from somewhere. I dropped the mic. So there's one scene in this film that they try and pay homage or try and sort of reenact a scene from Batman v Superman, and it's some terrible dialogue, and it's really bad. And Batman, or Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck is alright as Batman, but he does these things like they did with the first film when the other superhero has gone away, and then he says his line, and that's not what he says, but he says his line when they've gone away, when they've disappeared, so they don't even hear the line, and it's really odd. It's really, really odd, and I still do not like the voice. You put something I don't like this. Because I know when you think of The Dark Knight, it's more, where is she? But with this, it's more, I don't know. They sound like the same. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Justice League just... The villain is so lackluster and has nothing to them. The villain they pick for this should have been something bigger, better, because that villain has so much in the comics and they just make it shit and really uninspired in this. It feels very generic. The idea they have for the villain is very generic and is taken from so many other superhero movies, and I hate it. I hated it for what it did with that. And the villain also looks like CGI from a 1999 computer game. You know when World of Warcraft used to do like the really over-the-top, epic trailers where it would be, you know, massive battles happening, you'd see these characters coming out, and that would be the big crazy trailer they would do. It looks like that, but the ones from like 1999 and 2000, those ones, and it looks horrible. You think how much they've spent on this, and a lot of it, the movie is green screen, but the CGI on characters is horrible, is atrocious to look at, and just, I was like, am I watching a computer game right now? So Justice League, there's no real structure, it's very messy, the character development is not there. There's the tiniest amount, but you still don't really understand these characters, the way they all come together. That's the come together. That's the song that they play because they think they're so clever with that because they've come together. I hate myself. They're just, the way they come together just isn't really that great. Just sort of happens. And the surprises aren't really surprises. Most of the stuff you expect. The finale is dog shit. It's incredibly boring. It's not fun in any way. I thought maybe I'd have a bit of fun with this, but I was just very bored. It does go by quickly, because it's 100 minutes this time around, a bit shorter than most superhero movies. But it's just, there's nothing really here, and I hoped for so much more. I'd wanted a Justice League movie for so long, and I was like, we're finally getting it. But this isn't what we should have got. I know they're doing a part 2 to this, but I'm not excited for a part 2. There was an after credit scene, I was like, this after credit scene doesn't even feel like it was part of this movie. It feels like something so much better and different, but it has me sort of excited for what they'll do next, but I probably shouldn't get excited anymore. Like, Wonder Woman surprised me, and that was great, but the rest of these films, I just don't know what's happening. This feels incredibly rushed and like they have no heart. They didn't put any heart into this. They would just say, hey, we've got these characters now, push out that movie. It's just, this could have been done really quickly. I know you're going to be like, well, it's green screen and there's all these massive things in the film. This feels like it could have just been done in 4 months, because there's nothing big or great to this film. That's just my views on Justice League. It gets a 1 out of 5 from me. I know there's people that have been enjoying this, and if you're enjoying it, that's cool. But for me, being a fan of Justice League and hoping they would get these characters right, the only character they really got right was Barry Allen, The Flash, and Batman a little bit, and Wonder Woman is still good, but Aquaman, it's alright. Cyborg, it's alright. DC, get your shit together and put a bit more effort into this, because the track record at the moment is everyone's like, Wonder Woman was great, and you have got fans of Suicide Squad, but and fans of Batman v Superman. Of course, there's people that do enjoy these movies, but I'm not one of them. I just hoped for more. I hoped for more, so much more. That's all from me today. If you've seen Justice League, say in the comments down below what your views are on it. If you enjoyed it, if you hated it, let's talk about it. Are you excited for the rest of the DC Universe films? I know they are still making an Aquaman film. I'm not sure if they're doing The Flash, because in the end they were like, we're not going to be doing the universe anymore. We're just going to be making these other things. But it's like, well, you still put something after the credits, so it's obvious you're still going to be doing this universe. But they said they're going to work on more solo movies. So James Wan's directing Aquaman. Have a bit of hope for that. I'm hoping it's good. Hoping. But I'm going to stop getting my hopes up about DC. See you all again very, very soon. Thank you very much to everyone who subscribed recently. You are all fantastic. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Goodbye.